Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Right. Okay. Sorry, I am doing a little test with my cousin. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see if the stream's actually working. 'Cause yesterday, the stream wasn't working. Yeah. Wait, what? Why is that the thumbnail? Oh, yay. It's pinned. Yay. Ooh, and the banner's blue. Yay. That's actually kind of cool. Though, I'm not really a big fan of blue. My favorite color is yellow. But it's whatever. Okay, finally. My cousin says she wants just one symbiote. Okay, submitting the test. Okay, so the most she's got was Scream, which is a different symbiote. Which honestly, I don't really know much about Scream. She's basically a mixture of Scream and Hybrid. I don't really know much about them. Ooh, she also got Toxin. Neo symbiote. Don't really know that one. Um, okay, hold on. Alrighty. Now, I finally got that done. Now we can finally do whatever the hell we want. Yay. Talk about a little bit of Marvel stuff. Okay, yeah. I kind of see her being a little bit of Scream now, knowing what kind of symbiote Scream is now. I can definitely see that being my cousin. Symbiotes have really weird personalities. Seems how like Venom's kind of an anti-hero, but then like in Spider-Man 3, like Venom was like the full out like villain. Um so it's kind of cool that in this new Sony universe that they've created, having Tom Hardy's Venom uh kind of be more like anti-hero-ish, like kind of like an Oliver Queen type of thing, though that's DC. Yeah. But still, like having Venom, just having Venom be more like shit, like a Winter Soldier, Bucky. Think about it like that. Like Venom's that type of guy that wants to do good, but sometimes doesn't really have the best intentions. So yeah. All right. Yeah. Wait. What was that? There was a. I didn't see what that was. What? Wait. What is this? They updated this. Okay. They upgraded Instagram Live. Yeah. That's kind of cool. Look at this, y'all. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Turn that for. No. Why is he even on my? No, I don't even want to know. Yeah. I swear, my live stream on my phone has a lot better of a brightness than the laptop. Just weird. It's so many levels. Man, I honestly do not care that much. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, I think I got Venom last time when I was doing the whole because I wanted to see what kind of symbiote I got after watching Let There Be Carnage, and yeah, which by the way, Let There Be Carnage is a great film. By the way, I loved it. Um, and the end credit scene in Venom was definitely the most mind blowing stuff. And like, there's been so many. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I got something in my eye. Ow. Okay, let's just say this. Okay, let's say this. There has been so many leaks for for No Way Home. So many leaks that have been coming out throughout the past year. And I think I'm not sure if it was earlier in the year or late last year, but Jamie Foxx confirmed that he was coming back as Electro because of a deleted Instagram post. And um Alfred Molina, he confirmed that he was coming back to Spider-Man. And then did William Dafoe confirm it? I'm not sure if William Dafoe confirmed that, but I think they kind of confirmed that in the No Way Home trailer. But the fact that there's been so many leaks that, and this is going to be the most anticipated film that's ever going to happen. Probably even more than like what Endgame had. Because if you remember in Endgame, there was like okay, in No Way Home, there was like wait, oh my god. Yeah, okay. So in like No Way Home, I think in the trailer there was a shot of Green Goblin's pumpkin bomb from like Spider-Man 2. Wait, no, the first Spider-Man. The first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire. Yeah. Um yeah, that happened. God, what else? But yeah. Honestly, just seeing how like there's been so many leaks mostly for No Way Home. And like even Venom, like in Let There Be Carnage, somebody leaked like the post credits or like the credit scene. Um I'm not gonna say anything about the credit scene, but like they leaked the credit scene. And honestly, I saw the credit scene before I went to go saw the movie because of course I like spoilers. Spoilers is like my type of thing. Every time I go on YouTube, I would see if Tom Holland would like leak something for Spider-Man or something. Like that that's the kind of thing I like. No, I'm not. I don't normally say the spoilers unless if other people really want the spoilers. But yeah, just I think it's kind of a coincidence that I think most of these leaks happened right after the whole lawsuit with Scarlett Johansson when when she sued Marvel over something with Black Widow. And I completely forgot what that whole lawsuit was about. And hopefully this new like lawsuit, don't worry, it's just a Nerf gun. It's just a Nerf gun. Normally like this. Okay, I want to say like last year. It was last year. They were about to take Spider-Man out of the MCU because of Sony and everything that happened. And now I don't think it's really resolved yet. But I think now it's because of the whole Steve Ditko estate or something. And Steve Ditko is dead, right? He's like one of the creators right next to Stan Lee that created people like Spider-Man and Iron Man and Doctor Strange and a lot of other Marvel heroes that we know and love. And it seems how they might be taking those out of the Marvel universe. I completely lost my mind. I was going off on other people that supported Steve Ditko's estate because, like, okay, number one, Steve Ditko is dead, okay? He passed away like a few years ago, right? And then the fact that he worked on this with Stan Lee. Stan Lee wanted Spider-Man to have to. The question is, why now? Why now? Why not do it way back in Homecoming? Or why not just do this back when Sony and Marvel were already having this big, huge divorce debate? Why did I say divorce debate? I don't know. But, like, why not just do it when Sony and Marvel were about to split and take out Spider-Man out of the MCU? I'm not saying that the whole Steve Ditko estate is completely good, but I'm just saying, like, why now? Why now when we're literally at, like, this is going to be the biggest point in Spider-Man history, okay? Not only are we getting a live action Spider-Verse, but we're getting the original Spider-Man back. That's what we believe. Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield's coming back, which Andrew Garfield is my favorite Spider-Man, honestly. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. Okay. To my top 3 Spider-Men, I have to go with Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, and then Tobey Maguire. Like, yes, Tobey Maguire was the first Spider-Man I've ever seen, but I don't know. There was just something about his Spider-Man that wasn't really that interesting. Though my favorite part was the organic webs. That was like one of my favorite parts about him. But he didn't really have like as much of the jokes as like, as like the Spider-Man in the comics did. And I think that's what Andrew Garfield and Tom Holland Spider-Man does now. They make a lot of really good like jokes and different movie references. And I think the Marvel Comics Spider-Man does that. He makes a lot of movie references and makes a lot of jokes. And that's what I like a lot about Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and Tom Holland. And honestly, I think Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is probably the most one I can relate to. Like, I feel like Andrew Garfield Spider-Man is like the most, is kind of my inner personality, my inner Spider-Man that I have. I love Tom Holland Spider-Man, but Andrew Garfield has to be like my top favorite. And the fact that Sony fired him is complete bullshit. And I mean, I love Tom Holland. Like, Tom Holland, he is one of the greatest Spider-Men now. He is like probably the greatest Spider-Man we've ever had. But like, Andrew Garfield was probably in my opinion, Andrew Garfield is a lot better than Tom Holland. That's why I put Tom Holland second, because Tom Holland's he's a lot more of a relatable character than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man. But yeah, honestly, like I don't even know. Honestly, like yeah, probably way back in like 2004 or 7 when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man came out, everybody probably related to that character. But like honestly, and recently I started watching some of the past like animated Spider-Man shows, like Ultimate Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man. I've been watching all those. And like seeing that, I kind of see that being like Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield Spider-Man. I don't really see a lot of that Tobey Maguire, Peter Parker, Spider-Man in there. Like, just seeing this whole like live action Spider-Verse coming into play, just it gets me really excited, and I think it gets a lot of Marvel fans really excited to see that Marvel and Sony are making this agreement, and just seeing the post-credit scene in like and let there be and I cannot speak today. Like just seeing that post-credit scene in Let There Be Carnage, that definitely confirmed a lot of what we already know. And I think it's already out there. Like I think a lot of people have probably seen the post-credit scene, right? So like seeing that post-credit scene, it definitely confirms that there's definitely going to be a Spider-Verse. And like even like the teaser trailer for No Way Home, that definitely kind of like confirmed that this was going to be a live action Spider-Verse, and it confirmed that there's a lot of multiversal stuff involved with this film. I don't know. I feel like that's the biggest part of like Marvel to this day. Like everything's like, especially this year. This year has been nothing but Spider-Man. At least that's what I think. Nobody's really been focusing on like other stuff. Like a lot of people have been focusing more on like Spider-Man, Loki, and What If. Honestly, I loved What If. What If is like a really good storyline with the Guardians of the Multiverse and stuff. Which I'm not sure the Guardians of the Multiverse were actually a thing in the comics. I believe they probably were. They probably were in the comics. Seems how it sounds like something from the comics. I'm saying comics a lot, aren't I? But for real, like in all reality, like I feel like Spider-Man No Way Home is definitely going to be the most. It's going to be the greatest Spider-Man film that we've ever seen, and it's the part 2 of the cliffhanger from Far From Home, when Mysterio revealed Tom Holland's Peter Parker's secret. Like when he revealed his identity to the whole world. And honestly, I don't even know how he did it in the first place. I'm not sure if he did it before he so-called died, or I'm not sure if he recorded it, or I'm not sure if he did it while he was dying. But if Mysterio is still alive, which he probably already is, I don't think Mysterio's dead. I don't think we've seen the last of, the whole Quentin Beck and Mysterio. So we're not even sure if his name's even Quentin Beck. Like, his name could be like, I don't know. His name could be something like Ralph or something. Or like, I don't know, honestly. I can't think of any like stupid ass names. honestly, like we don't know a lot about the Quentin, or we don't know a lot about the Mysterio in the MCU, and honestly, we've been knowing about the multiverse since Far From Home. Ever since ever since we found out about the stuff about the elementals, and the whole um and like him talking about the multiverse and him saying that the Marvel universe and that the Earth that Tom Spider-Man is from is called 616. That's a direct hit from the comics, because in the comics the main Marvel universe is called 616. And I think a lot of other comics, like the Ultimates, I think is a separate universe from 616, or it could be the same universe, just completely different. But I honestly don't really know much about the Ultimates comics. I've read a few comics, but I think the Ultimates, I probably read some stuff like Ultimate Spider-Man and like stuff with like Miles Morales probably. But yeah, it's crazy. And the fact that it hinted possibly a Spider-Verse, I think we knew a little bit about the Spider-Verse way back in Homecoming when Aaron Davis, uh, which is Miles' uncle, um, he made a little bit of a, I wouldn't say cameo, but he played a little role in one scene, having a little bit of a dialogue with Spider-Man and uh, Prowler, or uh, Aaron Davis. But we didn't necessarily get his code name as Prowler, because I don't think Sony and Marvel really got that far yet. But seems how like now, I feel like now Sony has given a lot of leading leniency. I feel like they've given a lot of that to Disney and Marvel, because now it feels like Marvel is doing a lot of what they want, and like because like Marvel really wants a lot of stuff for the fans, right? Like that's what this whole Marvel Cinematic Multiverse is about. Like this next phase, everyone was wanting the multiverse, and like now it's becoming a thing. I'm not sure if it was if if the if this whole plan started out way back in like 2008 when the first Iron Man came out, but just seems how there's like a whole plan now. We're possibly getting a Secret Wars, which I'm still trying to learn a lot more about. I'm trying to learn a lot more about Secret Wars, because there's a lot of details in Secret Wars that is coming up. Um, and honestly, I really want to see MODOK. Like MODOK, I think is Iron Man's one of Iron Man's enemies that he faced in the comics. I honestly don't know. And there's a lot of stuff thinking about stuff like Galactus. Like think about that, like Galactus and like Fantastic Four. And yeah. Okay, can you stop? It's my cat. Say hi. Okay, I'll let you down. I'll let you down. I love you. But yeah, I don't know, honestly. All of this is insane. I completely forgot what I was saying because my the kitten interrupted me, but yeah, Spider-Man is definitely going to be like the best, you know, one of the best Marvel movies ever to exist. Oh yeah, Secret Wars. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I still need to. I'm still trying to get a lot of details from Secret Wars. Galactus. That's what I was talking about. I was talking about Galactus. Sorry. Like Galactus. Like, if everyone saw and remembers in that last episode of What If, Ultron made a big, huge, like, Galactus move. That was, like, the biggest highlight that I've ever seen throughout the whole series. That's like, my favorite scene throughout the whole series. When Ultron grew so big that he was able to eat that whole universe. Or, I think it was that whole universe. But Galactus was, like, so big. He was able to eat that whole thing, like, with just one chop. And, like, he literally pulled a Galactus. Okay, and this is... Okay, this was a theory, like, way before episode 9 of What If came out. But, like... Okay, think about this, okay? What if in an alternate universe, a live-action alternate universe, okay? Ultron did everything he could. What if Ultron was Galactus? Okay, hear me out, okay? Like, I'm not sure if Galactus really did this in the comics. Like earlier this year and last year, I've been learning everything and trying to learn everything there is about Galactus, okay? Because Galactus is now, like, my favorite, like, villain. And, like, I feel like Galactus is going to be, like, the next big bad in this whole universe. So, Snoop, I just let you outside. Like, 30 minutes ago. But, like, Galactus and, like, I feel like Galactus is definitely going to bring in a lot of people like X-Men and Fantastic Four. Definitely Fantastic Four. Because I think Fantastic Four is, like, I think Fantastic Four is, like, probably the only team that's actually faced Galactus. Like, I think the first team that actually faced Galactus. And I'm not talking about, like, the film, like, from Rise of the Silver Surfer. Because honestly, in my opinion, I honestly do not think that was Galactus. That's one of the reasons why I hated that movie, Rise of the sequel to the Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer. That's the biggest thing I hated was because, like, that was not Galactus. That honestly was not Galactus. That was just some, like, weird, like, black hole type of shit that just, like, it was like a big huge, like, earth hole, like wormholes type of thing. No, a big huge, like, earth. No, it was like a big huge worm, just like. I honestly do not know how to explain it, but, like, that's not Galactus. That's why I got so mad. And I feel like a lot of other people got mad about that too, because that definitely was not Galactus. Though a lot of people say that was Galactus. You could have made Galactus just the way he is. Though Galactus has to be... Okay, I was thinking, because it was something for, like, Lightning Man that I came up with, which I think I made a video on that last year, I think. But, like, Galactus could be, like, this really big, huge, like, way for a really big crossover. Like, a really big, like, multiversal crossover. Probably even bigger than No Way Home, but, like, No Way Home's probably going to be, like, the biggest crossover there ever is going to be. But, like, the biggest crossover, like, multiversal crossover. Like, we could bring people like Fox's X-Men. And was it Sony? And then like the Fantastic Four with like Chris Evans and Jessica Alba. And or we could even get the one with Michael Jordan. Well, Michael B. Jordan. But honestly, I hated that one. Honestly, I did not see any. I don't know. I didn't really like the one with Michael B. Jordan, but Michael B. Jordan's a lot better as Killmonger than Johnny Storm. Chris Evans was a lot better of a Johnny Storm than Michael B. Jordan, honestly. In my opinion, Chris Evans is a fan favorite as Johnny Storm is what I believe. Like, yeah. I don't know. Like, I just see a lot of potential having a big, huge crossover, having a lot of different Marvel heroes fighting Galactus. You know, like just how Loki was responsible for the Avengers coming together and everything with Thanos. Just imagine a big, huge crossover. Just getting to fight Galactus. And here's kind of what I was thinking. You know how Ant-Man and Ultron and What If, they both are able to change size at will? Like, not necessarily Ant-Man when he like presses a button, he can like turn big and small with a push of a button. But like, okay, think about like Ultron. And What If, for example. Like, think about like Galactus can change size at will, okay? But Galactus is a little bit like Thanos. He kind of wants to make things kind of a fair fight. So here's what I was thinking. I was thinking, like, trying to put my finger on it. Okay, like, before Galactus eats a planet, like, Galactus can, like, he can turn small and he can completely destroy civilizations. Like, he can destroy civilizations, and then he can like kill all of his like protectors, like the Guardians, for example. Like he could like fight the Guardians, or like the Nova Corps, like on Xandar. Like he could shrink down to size and completely wipe out like the whole army. And, like just while everyone's just about to get up, Galactus just like all of a sudden like turns big and all of a sudden just eats Xandar. Like, think about that. I mean, I don't know. That's probably like, I don't know. I think way too big on things, but like thinking about it, like for me, I honestly think that would be like something amazing instead of just Galactus being like this really big, huge dude that just eats planets. Like, I feel like Galactus would want to turn to like Thanos size at least like get rid of all of its defenders. Like though, like to Galactus, like people like the Avengers and like the Guardians of the Galaxy and like the Fantastic Four, like to Galactus, like literally probably like he would probably see them as like bugs, like flies, or mosquitoes, for instance, because mosquitoes are like so annoying. Mosquitoes and flies are like so annoying. So like Galactus would probably think of like all of its like defenders and protectors, like mosquitoes and flies. And, like they're not easy to get rid of, but like you could probably find a way to get rid of them. So he would probably have to turn like small. But I don't know, honestly. You guys are gonna have to tell me if that's something that is really a good idea. Because honestly, I want this to be a thing. Okay, I want Galactus to be able to turn small and to be able to just wipe out civilizations and wipe out, like, I don't know. Let me know if you guys think that's something good, because that is like something like, I'm not sure how I would explain it on why Galactus would want to turn small instead of just staying this big huge guy, just eating different planets and eating different universes. Like, hey, can you not try to eat the cord, please? Thank you. I love you. But yeah, just really think about that. Like the fact that I honestly do not know. I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I'm really just going insane right now because the thought, just a single thought of the multiverse is just, there's so many theories and stuff that can happen with just a single thought. Just like, I think that was the whole thing of what if. Like, what if? Just one question can simply just make a whole new universe. Like, what if Ultron was able to defeat the Avengers in Age of Ultron? We got to see how that would happen. I mean, we didn't necessarily get to see on how Thanos was able to get all of the Infinity Stones, but and we never got to see on how Thanos got to get Soul Stone, because if we saw in one of those clips, Gamora was still alive with the Guardians. Because at that point, like, I think during Age of Ultron, I think Guardians 2 was already taking place. I honestly do not know. Just having a single thought can make a whole new universe, a whole new timeline, a whole new, yeah. And just seeing on how, like, Loki ended, like, everything was like the TVA. Loki like transferred into a new universe, a new version of the TVA. That's what I think is kind of awesome and really interesting thinking about it. Because, like, seeing how would Loki be able to transfer to that new universe, even if he had a temp pad. Like, didn't Loki or Sylvie have a temp pad, and that's how Loki was able to, like, transfer into this new alternate version of the TVA? Hi. Yeah, I honestly don't know. Thinking about the multiverse just makes me go crazy, and I just start ranting and ranting on and on. And, like, that's what this new channel is going to help me out with. This channel is just gonna, like, it'll allow me to rant whatever I want, and, like, I can have my cousin help me out with a lot of it. And I want the first video to have my cousin in it, because then it can feel like at least a little bit of special for me. But yeah, I honestly do not know. Like, I honestly do not know what the future Marvel is going to hold, and how, if this whole multiverse is going to stay a thing. Like, this might just be, this whole multiverse phase that Marvel is doing is probably just it's probably not even going to be, like, it's probably not going to stay. Like, we probably aren't going to see, like, different universes for, like, like it's not gonna be a go on like an on and on thing. Like this whole probably multiversal phase is probably gonna end. But like Marvel's first phase was mostly focused on Earth and like the bringing together of the Avengers. And then like during phase 2 and 3, we got to see like stuff like quantum realm stuff and sorcerers and magical beings of the mystic arts. And like even like 3 and 4, we get to see like bits and pieces of the multiverse coming together. Seems how everything with like Thanos, like when he snapped, and like I don't know. And I think we got to see a glimpse of the multiverse during like Doctor Strange, like the first Doctor Strange movie, when the Ancient One showed him different alternate realities, even like the quantum realm and stuff. Because like the quantum realm, I think, is like its own little universe in itself. Like it's an alternate universe. Like in Ant-Man 2, the quantum realm apparently, as what Janet said, it has like whole civilizations. Like we get to see like different versions of the quantum realm as Hank Pym shrinks in to try to find Janet. And that's I don't know. I go on and on and on, and like I keep losing track because I like talking about stuff like this. I like talking about Marvel and the multiverse, and that's what this channel is gonna do for me. The Marvel Life channel is gonna allow me to express my feelings of Marvel. Okay, that was cringe. I'm sorry. I did not mean to do that. Dude, But yeah, honestly, I am excited. As you guys can obviously tell, I am so excited to watch this new phase of Marvel that is coming in. And I'm really excited for Spider-Man, for No Way Home. And like, if Marvel really does do something with Galactus, I'm all in. Kevin Feige can hire me, and I will come up with some really good storylines for Galactus. Like, please, let me put my storylines to good use, for Christ's sake. But yeah, like, I don't know. With everything with Marvel, that I keep saying the same thing over and over again. Because like Marvel is like my favorite thing. Even greater than like the DC universe. Like I'm a little bit a fan of DC, but like Marvel is like my all-time favorite. Like I don't know. Hey, there you are. I was wondering where you were. But like DC has already like learned about the multiverse a lot. And like especially everything with like the Flash and like Elseworlds and a bunch of other crossovers. In the Arrow show, we didn't know much about the multiverse. And then like coming to the Flash and like the beginning of season 2, we get to see like the Harrison Wells from Earth 2. And we get to learn about his particle accelerator and his daughter Jessie, which honestly, one of my crushes in the DC universe. but for real, like DC has learned about the multiverse, like so on. But I mean, the DC TV universe is a completely different universe. Like the main DCE, the DCEU universe, the DC extended universe, like that. Like the DCEU, like they don't have they didn't get to create a multiverse. Like their version of like Phase 1 of Marvel, their version is like bringing together the Justice League and bringing in the origin stories. Like that was Marvel's Phase 1. Marvel is already so advanced right now. Though they are like, I feel like Marvel just did the right amount of time for the multiverse. It drawn out like 10 years of this really big, huge saga, the Infinity Saga. And like now, they're bringing together a multiversal saga. Like, see, like Fox's X-Men and Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man or Mark Webb's Spider-Man. And like I just see a whole bunch of possibilities in the Marvel multiverse that can happen. Honestly, do not know. I am just really excited to learn about Marvel and what they are about to do. Jesus Christ, I've been doing this for like 52 minutes. But yeah, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to watch other YouTube videos to try to see about some other stuff to where hopefully when my cousin, if my cousin will be able to come sometime during the month, we could be able to talk a little bit more about Marvel and we can finally create that first video of Marvel Life, which I am really excited for. And I still have to figure out what kind of topic that me and my cousin are going to have to do. Like, she just watched Venom and then she watched the No Way Home trailer. Like, she's been introduced to Marvel a little bit late, but now she's really officially now like a Marvel fan. And like I'm proud because I kind of pushed her to be a Marvel fan. So I kind of get to be the one to like hog all the glory, be like, hey, I gave her the like I gave her the the tools she needed to become a Marvel fan. Like now me and her have our own YouTube channel together, just getting to talk about different stuff about Marvel. That's honestly that's amazing. Seeing how I kind of contributed to introducing her and like the multiverse. Like she got a little bit late. I introduced her to the Avengers movies, and then I'm not sure if she's finished watching Loki yet, but she's gotten into the Marvel multiverse now. Like she doesn't know a lot about like the main Marvel universe now, but like I don't know honestly. Like yeah, she's a bit late, but she can still learn. There's still time. Marvel isn't going to end. Probably, hopefully. I don't know, honestly. Honestly, do not know. Yeah, this kind of a different Toby Vlogs video. Yeah. Oh, I just realized that I was doing an Instagram live stream also for Ranger Life. Oh god, I just not realized that I had. Can I wave to them? Oh no, they are. I had two people watching my live stream on Instagram and they left. But yeah, honestly, really excited. I've said that multiple times because I really am excited because Marvel is my life. That's why I made it Marvel Life, my channel. But Marvel really is like my go-to thing in life. That's why I created Lightning Man to be in the Marvel universe instead of the DC universe. Because though Lightning Man does have a little bit of darkness in him, I feel like with a lot of his friends and family, and like one of his closest allies, I think for Lightning Man has to be like Sam Wilson's Captain America. Like I created that storyline to be. I created Lightning Man to have sort of a relationship with Sam Wilson's Captain America. I feel like Lightning Man and I feel like me and Sam Wilson both are a little bit like the people that we live up to. I might not be a genius, but I still have like the sarcasm and like a little bit of a genius like Tony Stark was. And then Sam has like the whole like righteous attitude like Steve Rogers Captain America. Yeah. I'm probably going to keep going on and on about Marvel. And I am glad that that me and my cousin finally get to do this. I've been waiting for a chance to do our Marvel YouTube channel, though I haven't really needed a reason to really create it as much. I thought I could do stuff with like Toby Vlogs. But then like I was telling my cousin about it after we finished watching some of the Avengers movies. She's like, "Ooh, that would be amazing." I'm like, "You know what? Fine. Let's do it." But yeah. If this Marvel Life channel really does grow, and if Marvel Life really takes over everything with like Toby Vlogs, and like I haven't even done anything with Ranger Life in a while. I haven't watched any Power Rangers stuff in a while, and like Dino Fury just came out on Netflix, so I'm really gonna try to catch up on a lot of Power Ranger stuff to where I can catch up on, to where I can do more like Ranger Life content. It's funny. I created two different YouTube channels. One with a collaboration with my cousin and I. That's what all about that channel is a collaboration with just me and my cousin. And I'm happy. Really am happy that getting my cousin is what put forth the motivation to make Marvel Life and to have this opportunity to express my feelings about Marvel. And I told her, I'm like, okay, listen, eventually down the road, we are gonna have to learn about the whole Arrowverse and the whole DC universe. She's like, I'm not necessarily there yet. You know, I'm more of I like Marvel, and I'm like, I get it. That's kind of how I was, but eventually down the road, maybe in a few years, probably, maybe in a year or two. No, you know what? Let's make it a year or two. In a year or two, she's gonna have to learn about the Arrowverse. And she's gonna have to learn about the DC TV universe and like everything with like the Flash and Green Arrow and Supergirl. I feel like my cousin would really like Supergirl. I really do think so. So, and I feel like she would also like the Flash. The Flash is my definite favorite. And I feel like she would kind of like it. So I feel like she would also like a little bit of Marvel more. DC is more of a darker universe than Marvel, and I think a lot of people know that. But I'm not sure if my cousin really knows that and really understands that. But I want to get her, because I feel like my cousin can be a little dark at times. So I feel like I feel like she would also be like really good in the DC universe. But then again, I can be dark, and Lightning Man can be dark, which is why sometimes like if I really feel like there's like a certain point in time where Lightning Man kind of has to be dark, I kind of feel like Lightning Man would kind of like crossover with DC and like the Flash and Green Arrow and stuff like that. So it'd be a good like Marvel and DC like crossovers. I've come up with really good ones of those, but it's mostly stuff with just like Lightning Man and like the Flash and everything. That's what I mean like with Marvel and DC crossovers. Like the really small crossovers, like I don't know. But yeah. And honestly, I might make a you like probably my second or third video on Marvel Life. I'll probably talking about the whole stuff I got with Lightning Man so far. Because in my last YouTube channel, or on the Ranger Life channel, I made a video talking about Ranger Life. And I've made a little bit of changes. Or what? I was on the Ranger Life channel. I made a video talking everything about Lightning Man. And I made a lot of changes to Lightning Man's storyline. I didn't want him to die so early. Like, though it's been like a few years for Lightning Man, I feel like there's a lot more growth in Lightning Man that he has. Like, I feel like there's a lot more growth that he can use with being a superhero and taking on that mantle of Iron Man, but then also learning a lot more about the past of Strappy. Because Lightning Man, I feel like Lightning Man doesn't really have the time to learn about the past of Strappy, which is why I'm still trying to learn on how to like bring up the past of Strappy, bring up the past like versions of Lightning Man throughout years of Strappy history. And Strappy is like is like a universe that I created. Like Astrapi is the Greek word for lightning. I think it was Greek or Hebrew or something like that. But I made that kind of its own universe. Kind of has like a dusty orange atmosphere, kind of like Titan and Infinity War. But yeah, honestly, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of ideas that I have, especially with Lightning Man. And with Marvel Life, I can be able to express that and see what all of you guys think about my ideas with my superhero that I put in a Marvel universe, or that I would like to put in the Marvel universe. But, yeah. I think I tried to do it once, and I looked up to try to see if they could make like any fan-made heroes. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think Lightning Man has a really good storyline, and I think Marvel would really enjoy it. I can kind of understand because like it has to be some like with like Marvel, and like I'm 17, honestly. I'm 17. I'm still a kid. I'm not an adult yet. So I'm still learning and growing, and I can kind of see why, because I think a lot of kids nowadays have created their own superheroes, and they probably have even created their own versions of like Lightning Man, probably. Like everybody's somewhere in the world, they probably have their own version of Lightning Man, right? And like they probably have like their own image of how Lightning Man sees. Like for me, the way I see Lightning Man, I kind of see Lightning Man as like a suit of armor that has like the Omega Fortnite skin. Like honestly, the Omega Fortnite skin is how I image Lightning Man to be, which is why I made an edit of I made a little bit of lightning bolt symbols on like the gauntlets or type of thing, and like a lightning bolt on the chest to kind of express that he's Lightning Man. And yeah, I I think I posted it on my personal page on Instagram, but I might post it. I might make a Marvel Life Instagram page and like do something with that there, and I could probably post like everything from like Lightning Man to different storylines with like Lightning Boy and all of that. So that's going to be really exciting. Yeah, I'm ranting on and on again. I'm sorry. I've been doing this for like an hour. I've been doing this for an hour. But honestly, I'm really excited to get to do this. So yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna end it here. I'm just gonna end the live stream here because honestly, like I'm going on and on. And yeah, I'm sorry, guys. So I will see you guys later. Hopefully, I will see you guys maybe tomorrow, probably. Or maybe later on today if I get really bored and I might do a live stream on like Roblox or Among Us, probably. But yeah. Yeah. All right. I will see you guys later. Okay. I just ended.